There's one really fun weapon, okay? You will not believe it. It's the pistol. For some reason, this tiny little silver tiny little gun is apparently the best weapon in the entire game by far. I don't know how this happened. At first when I picked it up, I'm like, yeah, this is whatever, you know, it's pistol garbage. Just random secondary weapon I'm probably not going to need. You start to realize, how come whenever I point the gun at an alien, they die? And then you could zoom in with it, so you could actually snipe with it. So you could legitimately use this as a sniper rifle, and you just have an amazing semi-auto sniper masquerading as a pistol. I can't believe it, but it works. I love it. Using this pistol is so much fun because, yeah, it's overpowered, but it's so funny that it's just this tiny little pistol. It's great. It's like I feel like I'm in an action movie, just pew 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 pew, everybody dies. Now at the other end of the spectrum you have the assault rifle. I really wish the assault rifle was just more punchy, because it feels like a pea shooter. It feels like a PP Bison from CSGO, you know? It's like you just hold trigger, you just hope. And the sound it makes is kind of like, you know, pee. Now the real best weapons in the entire game is the rocket launcher and the sniper rifle. They are awesome. But then there becomes a little bit of a problem when you have both at the same time. There was a point during my playthrough when I had a rocket launcher and a sniper rifle, and there would be a lot of the little aliens, you know, the grunts, and I only have 2 primary weapon slots. I had to just start hitting the grunts with my really expensive weapons. That's what I had to resort to. I don't want to just waste my ammo on just tiny little runaround things. Oh, and the needler is great to use. Pew 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 and everybody explodes. The plasma SMG, genuinely a good weapon. The dollar store special alien pistol, genuinely a bad weapon. Now the real best weapon in the entire game, my beautiful shotgun. Now, there's no talking about the shotgun without mentioning the Flood. The Flood is this genuinely terrifying alien race that shows up in the middle of the game. But here's the thing. I'm very, very happy the Flood happens later on. I mean, I'm not. The Flood is terrible, but like, in terms of just gameplay-wise, such a good move, because there's not a lot of enemy variety in the first half of the game, and then when the Flood comes in, the music is fantastic, and the atmosphere setup is just done so well. When Flood happens, shotgun happens, and that's when the gunplay starts getting a lot better, because the shotgun is there, and the shotgun is great, and they give you so much ammo, and there's Flood everywhere. But the problem is you can't rely on your shotgun, right? That's the beauty of it, because if you rely on your shotgun, there's the small little swarms that come out, and you can't use the shotgun against them because you're just gonna waste all your ammo. And there's a lot of other enemies too. There's a lot of bigger enemies, a lot of smaller enemies. So with the smaller enemies, you have to have like an SMG or the assault rifle, which is not a bad idea. You know, something like a PP Bison where you just spray and pray. This is the only time in the entire game where the assault rifle is useful. 90% of the time, the first thing you do when you spawn in is you just throw that assault rifle right in the garbage. Right in the trash. Speaking of trash, let me tell you the worst thing about Halo 1 by far. Repeating rooms and recycled maps. I think other Halo games don't do this, but Halo 1 does this. It's not good. You go into a room, and it's like, oh look, there's aliens in the room. You're like, alright, what's next? And then it's the same exact room. Again. So you fight through it. Again. And then what happens? You enter another room. And it looks exactly the same. And it's just the same exact building, in the same everything. It's literally just, I'm in the same building again. But there becomes a point where there's this bridge. And I fight through this bridge, and it's a tough fight. I'm like, bet, what's next? Then I go through another copy paste, the gray base, I come out, and it's the same exact bridge again. And it's just like, oh no, oh boy. It just makes Halo 1 feel much more of a slog than it is. It doesn't feel like you're making any progress when you're just seeing the same shit over and over and over again. The only time recycled maps is actually good in Halo 1 is one of the last levels where it takes place on the same ship where the very first level takes place, but it's rusty, it's ruined, it's crashed. That part's cool, I like that. Now the very last level is amazing, no complaints there. The Warthog driving through, that's awesome. It's a lot of fun. There are a few moments when you're looking for like this little blue switcheroo thing that does something. That's usually a bit difficult to find because there's no arrow or indication of where anything is. That and the recycled rooms really shows Halo 1's age. For 2001, it's fine, but for the modern day, it's less fine. Which I guess shows how much Halo and the FPS genre as a whole have grown since then. I have a soft spot for FPS games where all the guns have very distinct personalities, so I really appreciate Halo for existing. Halo 1 can be fun, but it is overshadowed by its way better sequels. I love the way aliens die, and I'm sorry if in the future, because we don't know what's gonna happen, if aliens do come down, I apologize, aliens, in advance, but you guys die so well. It's amazing. They backflip, they scatter. It's wonderful. It's A plus.